Good. I just realized I got a handful of flashlights and I wanted to compare them so we can see it on camera. Before I show you my invention, I just give you a quick overview over the flashlights. I think 3 of them are already familiar to you, or at least I linked the videos to them. Starting from cheap to expensive. This is the cheapest one. It takes the USB power and put it out on the LEDs. The good thing about these is they cost like a few cents, like 50 cents at max. And this special model is dimmable. This works best with a common power bank. So you just plug it in, activate the power bank, and then you tap it once. So, and if you hold it, you can dim it also in the other direction. So it's pretty neat, pretty inexpensive, works with everything that has a USB plug, or old USB plug. Coming from a few cents to the €3 flashlight, excluding the batteries, of course, all are excluding batteries. This is the Ultrafire UK68. A link to the unboxing and the first impressions you can find down below. This has like 300 lumens and it's zoomable. Runs on one AA battery for about 2 hours maybe. Has 3 modes, medium, high and strobe. Next is the Dynamo 50, link below, which is a battery-less. No, it has a battery in there, but you crank it to charge the battery. And basically has one mode, light, not light. It was like 5 or 6 euros. So this is the next step. So you see all different concepts. This is the oldest flashlight, Lucido Cool Light from Livhtwave. It has 4 ultra bright white LEDs. At the time, I think it was 2004, this was new. And it runs on 3 AA batteries and you just light it by twisting it. It's also water resistant, just like the Ultrafire down there. 15-20 euros, I don't know. Last but not least, the Sunflare F1. Also link below. You know, it has tons of modes. It starts with barely visible to ultra bright and also has strobe and SOS and maximum brightness up to more than 1000 lumens, I think. Basically, we have 3 types of batteries here. We have the 18650 cell, which powers the battery pack and the Sunflare. We do have the AA batteries, 3 AA batteries for this one and 1 AA battery for this one, and in the middle. So now to the setup. I will put all light sources on top of them, and you see each light source has its own chamber. Each chamber is separated by black cardboard, so there is no light pollution from one to the other except for the light that comes out and is reflected back, but that should almost be the same. So the idea is the camera exposure adapts to the brightest, then we can compare the different light intensities. Another big issue is the angle or the scatter of the light, because this one doesn't have any optics, so it will scatter like 180 degrees. Oh, this one is zoomable. I can focus it on a really tiny spot, or I can have it spread out even more. So we will see, maybe we see different patterns in the chambers. So, but let's get it set up and I turn it on. And say hello to the Heiko. Just for good measurement, from top to bottom measures 50 centimeters. From top to the sensor, it's 32 centimeters. Let me dim down my ambient light. Perfect. As I told you, this one has a really wide angle. It's bright at the top and then it loses light really fast. This one actually has a nice shape. You see the angle due to the optics. It is not zoomed at all, so if I zoom it, it will be steeper. So that is zoomed, now it's like a spotlight, really nice. But this is the maximum brightness of this, all 300 lumens on the crappy battery. This one runs on the same batteries as the old LED lamp. The crank lamp looks on camera quite dull, but in reality it has a nice pattern, almost identical to the USB one, but not as bright. The old LED you see on the bottom a little bit, but it gets lost due to the high beam of the sun flare. Let me turn down the sun flare. Those two, the crank up and the old LED, really are no match for the other ones. Alrighty, now what I got here is my multimeter, and as you see it has something called lux, which is lumen per meter squared. And if I point this to my light source, you should be able to read something like 600, and no, it's even darker. So I will put it down there, and then I hope we can compare the light intensity a bit. Alrighty, shutting the light. 3 is in the dark. 73, 657, and in lowest setting it's 215. 38, 229 when aimed at it, and on the lowest setting it's 9. 1500 on the second setting, overload on the third setting, and overload on the fourth setting. In regard to the small battery, I will give the crank up another chance, but I will crank it up for a few seconds. Now we started at 85. Now we are at 66, 59, 55, 49, 45. So it's getting dimmer really fast. I don't think you have much fun with this when you're away. 35, 34, 32, 31. So it's getting dimmer every now and then. And I maybe spin it up like a minute or so. So this actually is a real gimmick. Whoosh. This was the great light test. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or any questions, feel free to ask. And subscribe if you like. If not, it's okay. Yep, hope to see you soon. See you.